Yes, mate, so how's it going? My name's Lee, and welcome back to the FPL Punk YouTube channel, where we try to dominate FPL one game week at a time. So today we will run through some players that I think you should consider buying for game week 24, starting with a one player who should be a priority transfer target for this week if you don't already own him. If you enjoy FPL, please subscribe to the channel down below. Anyway, let's rock and roll. First up in the S tier, priority numero uno. If you only got one transfer, this is the one to do, and it's an obvious one. Looks like he's going to be back for game week 24. Haaland, forward for Man City, 14.1 million. Done twice since he's come back, which is a bit strange. Only owned by 61.4%. It's obviously huge ownership, but he should be 95% easier. Got 113 points this season, an average of 7.1 points per game. 14 goals, 5 assists on penalties. He's got that hat-trick potential. He's got Everton in game week 24, then he's got that nice double. 2 home games, Chelsea and Brentford. To me, that was like an easy opportunity to go for the triple captainship in game week 25. Then Bournemouth, Man United. I put Man United at home as a green fixture. I just think it's a good attacking fixture for both teams. And we all know City's record against United, they've done pretty well against us recently, and I think that will continue in game week 27. The only tough game in his next few is Liverpool away, but I still think Haaland's got the potential of scoring in that game. Liverpool's high line, they like to attack. Can Haaland expose that space in behind? Only got one transfer to me, and especially if you can do it in one move, if you've got the likes of Alvarez, if you've got the likes of even Solanke or Watkins, I think going from those guys to Haaland in one move, such an easy transfer to make. I've already done it. I did it for game week 23. I did Alvarez to Haaland. One move, get it done. If he doesn't play this week, at least I've got him for that nice run of games. And like I said, in game week 25, it looks like a prime opportunity to play the triple captainship. So get him in now, get him in before everyone else piles onto him, and I think his ownership and his price will just continue to rise up until game week 24, game week 25. Haaland, priority numero uno. Get him in. Easy, obvious pick, but it needs to be done. Not quite making the S tier, but still a very, very good transfer. Challenger to the throne, challenge to that S tier, Ivan Toney. Forward for Brentford, 8.1 million. Price is steadily rising. Only 5.8% own. I think this again will continue to rise to game week 25. He's only got 18 points, 9 points per game. He's only played 2 games, got a goal in both of those. 2 goals, 1 assist in those 2 games. He's got a future double game week in that game week 25, and although it's not the greatest double game week, it's still 2 games. And he's on penalties. He's just a really, really good player. He's talismanic for Brentford, and he actually does play in game week 26, which is one of the things that I like about Haaland and Toney. The fact that they have this double in game week 25, but I'm still playing game week 26. For me, I think a Watkins to an Ivan Toney in game week 24, particularly this week, just looks like such an obvious move, especially if you've already got Haaland. I think even taking a hit for that to get Haaland and Toney in for game week 24, don't hate it at all. Even after that, even after the double, he's got West Ham away, Chelsea at home. I think both of those are good fixtures for Toney. The only tough game in this is Arsenal away, but we all know Brentford's record at Arsenal, both home and away, is pretty good. And the things with Toney, is so talismanic, he's such a good player. He's always dangerous, and he's always capable of scoring in any single game week. So I like him. I think he's a really, really good player, really solid pick. And if you've already got him, I think you're in a really good spot. Ivan Toney, A tier, challenger to the Haaland S tier, transfer target. Just such a good pick. For me, it's looking like I'm going to go for Ivan Toney this week because I already own Haaland. Get him in, great player. What more can you say? Staying in this S tier, it's a very short term but very, very high potential of points. Diogo Jota, midfielder for Liverpool, only valued at 8 million, 12.5% owned, 84 points so far this season at 5.2 points per game. 8 goals, 5 assists, he's in great form. He's got a few goals and a few assists in his last few games. Burnley in game week 24, he's got a very, very nice double in game week 25. Brentford away, Luton at home. But he does miss a game in game week 26. The reason why he is still A tier is because these next 3 games, Burnley, Brentford and Luton, are just such great games. If you can somehow manoeuvre that game week 26, I think he's just such a solid pick. And if you've got the likes of maybe even Saka and you want to attack this double, I think going for Jota either this week in game week 24 or game week 25 was a good... It was such a good pickup in my opinion. And even after game week 26, he's still got Nottingham Forest in game week 27. Though he has got Man City in game week 28, I think you can kind of manoeuvre around that and kind of work around that. But the double is probably the best double out the lot. I'd probably argue that the Man City double for Haaland in particular, with those 2 home games, runs it pretty close. But I think Liverpool, and in particular Jota, have got the best double. Brentford away, Luton at home, in great form. Probably their most attacking or most reliable attacking player. Now that Salah probably is confirmed ruled out for game week 25. I think Jota might be the one to go for in terms of Liverpool attacking assets, particularly if you are already stacked in that forward line. If you've already got the likes of Haaland, you're looking at the likes of Toney, you've already got Solanke or Watkins, you can't quite squeeze in Darwin. I think Jota is a very capable step up for Darwin. If you can't quite get to Darwin, I think Jota is a perfectly reasonable replacement for that. Jota is someone I'm keeping my eye on very closely over this next week or so. And if he's going to be fit for game week 24, game week 25, I think I'm probably going to go for it. I'm probably going to take a hit, get him in, figure out my game week 26 and move from there. Diogo Jota, A-tier transfer this week. Have a think about it. Dropping on down to the B tier, and by no means he's not a bad pick. He's a great long-term reliable pick. Dominic Solanke, been in great form this season. Like, he's actually very solid, really good season, to be fair to him. Forward for Bournemouth, 7.1 million, 27.4% owned, and this is steadily rising. 13 goals and 1 assist this season, and that totals up to 108 points at an average of 5.1 points per game. He is on penalties, we know that, because he took a penalty when they got the hat-trick, and that's what I love about him. He has got that hat-trick potential. Now, the only reason why he's not any higher than this, the only reason why he is in the B tier, is that he doesn't have that double in game week 25, and that's the reason why the likes of Jota, Toney and Haaland are all above Solanke. But he just got really good, solid, semi-short-term good fixtures. But after that game week 27, game week 28, where they play Newcastle and Man City, they have a ridiculous run of about 8 games from game week 29 onwards, where I think you should start considering the likes of Solanke for that long-term kind of period. But West Ham in game week 24, Forest in game week 25, game week 26, he actually plays, and he's got one of the better fixtures, Fulham away. But like I said, he gets played Newcastle and City in 27 and 28. Just really like him, and the way Bournemouth are kind of playing suits him very well. He's got 13 goals, and he's just in great form this season, and I just like the look of him. Now, he's not going to get mega hauls every single week, although he does have that hat-trick potential. I think he's just going to take along nicely between now and the end of the season. I can see him maybe getting 20, 21, 22 goals between now and the end of the season, totaling that amount of goals. So I think he's going to have a very good season on the whole, and I think that's the reason why he's attracting the likes of Spurs, maybe even Chelsea, Man United should take a look at someone like Solanke. Maybe not this week, and maybe not even for game week 25, 26, but he's someone I'm definitely keeping my eye on, particularly when they do go into that nice longer term run. It's just hard to squeeze in right now. If you are looking to target the likes of Haaland and Toney, and you've maybe already got Darwin or even someone like Watkins already up front, Solanke might not be manageable right now. But if you've got him and you want to take a bit of a punt on someone, and with a nice run of games, I think you could do a lot worse than someone like Solanke. Really good pick, solid, reliable, long-term pick, Dominic Solanke. Staying in the B tier, and another safe long-term pick. If you're looking for a defender, I think you could do a lot worse than someone like Van Dijk. Defender for Liverpool, 6.3 million, 14.9% owned. I couldn't believe that ownership. I thought he was going to be around maybe 4 or 5%, but nearly 15% owned. Burnley at home in 24, really nice double in 25, obviously blanks in 26. If you can somehow manoeuvre that, I think he's probably one of the better defenders to get. I would like to target someone like Trent, but I don't think Trent's going to play both games in game week 25, and that's what puts me off more than anything else. He's got 1 goal and 2 assists this season, but Liverpool have kept 7 clean sheets, and they have got a confirmed double game week in 25 now. Like I said, they are playing Brentford and Luton, and he has got those assured minutes. That's what I love about him. If you need a defender and you want those assured minutes over the next 2 game weeks in 24 and 25, and you know someone who's going to play and start all 3 of those games, play 90 minutes all of those games, you could do a lot worse than looking at someone like Van Dijk. He's always got that aerial threat, he's always got that aerial dominance, and if Liverpool do somehow get a lot of set pieces, Van Dijk is always going to be dangerous. He's always going to be on the end of stuff, and he might be a semi-decent differential for these 3 games. If you need a defender and you want to downgrade, maybe the likes, maybe like if you've got Trent or if you've got Trippier and you want to come down and really attack that double, Van Dijk is the man. I mean, if you're looking to wildcard, free hit, anything like that, Van Dijk has to be top of the list in terms of defenders. Great double, great fixtures either side of it in 24 and 27. One of the best defenders in the league, one of the best defenders in the league, Virgil van Dijk. safe long-term pick. Think about it. Dropping on down to the C tier, and this one's a bit more of a high risk, high reward in terms of a minutes risk. Phil Foden, midfielder for Man City, 7.9 million. His price is dropping, and I just can't believe it. 26.6% owned, 104 points this season, 5 points average per game, 5 goals, 7 assists. Obviously got that confirmed double. Everton in 24, nice double in 25. Good fixture in 26 and 27. Even the Liverpool fixture away in 28. I don't hate someone like Foden. The main issue with him and the main risk with him, and the same with any kind of Man City midfielder, is minutes. And with the likes of KDB and now Haaland back, Alvarez will take minutes off the likes of these. Bernardo Silva is a big game player. He could easily come in for any of these games and take Foden's spot. He could easily take KDB's spot. Like, nothing is kind of guaranteed. The only one that I feel very confident in is Haaland. So if you are going to go for him, Phil Foden here could easily be the likes of KDB. It could be another Man City midfielder. It could easily be a Liverpool midfielder in this slot, probably bar Jota, who I think is the best attacking or midfielder attacking asset from these teams that do double. And it could be any of these, and it's just because they're always kind of prone to this minutes and rotation risk. And as much as I kind of love him because they've got the double in 25, but they also play in 26. That's what you want. Getting that fixture gain, I just think he's a great option. He's in great form this season, playing really well. He almost looks undroppable, but this is the thing with Pep. Just at any single moment, he could just click his fingers, drop whoever he wants, bring someone else in, and he loses a spot, and we kind of go from there. But I still own Phil Foden, and I'm going to own Foden for this period. I'm probably going to keep him till 28, 29, and maybe if I'm starting thinking about wildcard around that time, maybe think about moving him on from there. But I think it's a great option. And if you do kind of want a mini differential, because I think his ownership will decrease massively from this point, I don't hate Foden, to be honest with you. Vadiol's got that double in 25. Nice fixtures either side. This, like I said, this play could be anybody else. Like, it could be KDB. Take your pick of anybody else. Phil Foden, it could be a differential around game week 24 to game week 26. Have a think about it. I think there's definitely worse options out there. Right, mates, that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. So today went through a few players that I'm really targeting for game week 24 and onwards. We're really trying to target and attack that double in game week 25, and then somehow try and maneuver that game week 26 where a few teams do blank. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like, and leave a comment down below. Have a good day. Peace and love.